least find a comfortable posture for meditation. I have been re-exploring recently this intrinsic quality of this work. I feel like maybe even last week was about this, but I can't remember. But the intrinsic nature of our being, innate. And I think there's something, I mean, I've gotten it theoretically and I think even experientially, but it hits in deeper waves, I find. And this intrinsic idea is that, Maharaj sort of says it's experiential. We can witness it, we can know it, we can know this freedom, this liberation of ourself. And to think that is intrinsic means it's just there. That there's nothing to attain, nothing to acquire, nothing to achieve. Even the knowledge of it isn't really an achievement. It's very kind of counterintuitive. There's so much of at least how I was taught or learned. And then we go on to say that this is inferred. Everything that we learn, everything that we know is really inferred. Inferred meaning we just make some assumptions to make it feel true. But our being, the fact that we are, we exist, is intrinsic. It's not inferred. We just know it. We can infer it. We can use logic and reason to justify that we exist, but it doesn't need to be. It exists on its own. Great. So what? Who cares? Well, in a meditation practice, a non-dual meditation practice, it's a prompt for helping us settle into a freedom beyond our thoughts, beyond our recognition, that it's just innately existence. Your being is here. You don't have to do anything about it. It's not going to happen during the middle of the meditation or at the end of the meditation. That your knowing is completely free in this moment. Already. In this moment. This moment. So you can close your eyes or make any adjustments or do any focusing exercises that help you, that you enjoy. And we start to create a mindset that is open to the possibility there's no work to be done, that there's no effort to put into this, no striving to be had, that your existence, your being, is intrinsic. It exists independent of anything that you do. This is a little bit contradictory to at least the culture that I've been raised in, I believe I've been raised in. What you do really defines who you are. This is the opposite of that. What you are simply is. What you do matters very little. The meditation is about learning to be so okay with that. That the actions that come from this body and mind are so simple and clean and clear and easeful that it does not obstruct or obscure or get in the way of the basic fundamental fact about reality. You exist. What you are, we don't even have to answer that question. where you are, they don't have to answer that one either. When will you stop or start again? Don't even have to go there. Those questions are based on some inferences. You could come and go. You could be big or small. You could be profound or insignificant. All based on inferences. But what you are does not matter if you just simply, really open into the reality that you are. Transcend the idea of, well, am I the body or the thoughts or my actions or my memories or my upbringing or my birthright, whatever. It transcends. It exists before any of those assertions, any of those declarations. And those declarations need to be supported, they need to be defended, they need to be upheld, achieved. But the non-dual knowing is intrinsic. It's before you've earned it. You don't deserve it. It just simply is how it is. And so you start to open your mind, your beliefs, to the possibility that you are plenty, you are complete, existing as you already are. And as you already are is changeless, timeless, boundless. Beyond all restrictions or definitions or characteristics. Clearly we can't be talking about the body or its thoughts because those two things are filled with restrictions and definitions. And so we can just let the body exist as long as it exists. We can let the thoughts exist as long as they exist. In the same way that you let the sky exist, or the earth, you let that exist. I hope in general you let people just be who they are, other people. Maybe you can give yourself that same permission, that same freedom. You can let your body and your mind exist as they exist for as long as they exist. Because it will not affect your real nature, your timeless being. And so if you enjoy breathing and focusing on the breathing or taking your attention to a body sensation, go right ahead. It'll just happen. As we open to the idea that that's not our willing it, that's not our forcing it, acting it. It's just happening. And there might be moments where nothing's really happening. Yet, we still exist, fundamentally, because we know that it was there, that a moment was existing. We know it because here we are. What we are, no idea. Who we are, no idea. Where, No idea. But this is something. We can call this something me. In my experience, this simple knowledge, I exist, I am. It's not the statement, it's not the phrase, it's the knowing of it. Comes with this bountiful feeling of grace and ease and peace. Only when I try to restrict what this I am means do things start to get challenging. And so we try it on. I exist. Maybe more accurate, perhaps. Existence is. Whatever the body's up to, whatever the mind's up to, it's of no consequence. It does not alter or change or affect in any way. Existence is. Its shape and size could change, but the fact, the absolute fact, existence is known by you intrinsically. Feel into the possibility that that exists beyond time. You are a timeless being. That the idea of starting and stopping depends on your existence, not the other way around. There may be a before the body and an after the body, but this exists as an idea in the mind. This whole world and your senses exist as ideas in the mind. Try to feel and realize all the ideas in Japan, existence, depend upon existence. Feel how fundamental existence must be. Everything that you know, idea, sensation, memory, people, relationships, all depend on existence. Don't give it a shape or size or a color or a time frame. Know it and feel it as a simple fact, a simple ground of reality. It is supremely easeful. It is the easiest thing to do because it's not doing anything at all. You could say it's the hardest thing to do. It requires no doing whatsoever. It requires no energy whatsoever. All energy springs from it, springs from existence. All concept and idea, sensation, knowledge, history, ideology, all the data, all the science depends on existence. Without it, everything else collapses. Rest in that being. Rest in that timeless state. Existence is. Why call it anything else at all? Lost in thought, egoic mind, desires. They are nothing without existence. They do not exist without existence. Shapeless, formless, timeless truth. Know the center, know the source of being beyond desire, ego, effort, personality, body. They all need existence. Their essence is existence. Let them be as short-lived as they are. And know you are unaffected. You don't have to call it me. You don't have to label it. You don't have to identify with it. Just simply recognize existence is. You can feel it. You can know it exactly as it is, unascribed any meaning, undefined, pre-definition. It asserts that it is there continuously. Worry about what it's called some other time. Worry about whether it's you or not, or God, some other time. To meditate on the non-dual, just know it as it is. Feel, experience. Existence is. It does not need size, shape, or color. do not need to figure it out or understand or comprehend. Comprehension, understanding, solving. Those are just functions in the mind, and they depend on existence to exist. Existence transcends these concepts of the mind. The breath can breathe without your effort. The heart can beat without your effort. Boy, oh boy, can the mind make thoughts without your effort. The world can turn without your effort. But these things cannot be without existence. You need not do anything to exist. Feel into it. Your existence, it's intrinsic, causeless. The idea that it has a cause depends on your existence. Don't try to think it through. Don't try to solve it like a problem. Your existence is not a problem. The fact that you are is not troublesome. Confusing it with things that it's not, that is suffering. Remember, your existence comes before and exists regardless. Purpose, meaning, thoughts, ideas, body, and mind. Feel. Existence is. Do not lose that knowing in the turnings of the mind. Do not try to stop the turnings. Just let them exist. Let everything exist. be wholeheartedly your existence. No need for definitions, meaning, prescriptions, purpose, limitation. Just be the essence, the heart of everything. All depends on existence. Feel it. Relax from the practice.